quick update in a video that's so huge. I mean, it didn't get that many views. I thought it would have gotten a little bit more views than that, but it's okay. But I just wanted to bring this video to you just real quickly, brief you here again, and just show y'all that it does happen to the best of us. So this video is about a man having to rescue a wandering, two wandering toddlers in the middle of busy A1A in Brevard County, Florida. I'm just glad that we did have a pedestrian, a passerby of God that decided to take a viewing of this, record this, get this man out of his seat to get these babies out the road, and let's find out, and put the picture up of the mom and the dad and the lack thereof. Maybe the people ain't got no more AFDC, food stamps, whatever it is. I mean, because y'all was going with Trump, then you went against Trump again. I don't know, but the only one that y'all ain't paying attention to that's suffering is these babies right here. So let's get down to this video. If I'm not mistaken, this video is about 1 to 2 minutes long. It's 2 minutes and 51 seconds long. Knowing me, I'm gonna give this video probably about 2 minutes of my time.
First tonight, the video you will only see on WESH 2 showing two toddlers walking across A1A in Brevard County. This is a dangerous road that has seen several deadly accidents involving vehicles and pedestrians.
But one man saw what was happening and managed to get the kids to safety. WESH 2's Gail Pascal-Brown is here with the exclusive interview. Gail.
Yeah, the parents and children have long gone, but they won't soon forget what happened yesterday in Brevard County. This story could have gone terribly wrong, but John Brittingham saved the day.
Look at this. John Brittingham stops traffic with one hand and scoops up two toddlers along busy A1A Sunday in Brevard County.
I was terrified. If anything would have happened to him, my rest of my life would have been ruined.
John was driving home southbound on A1A when he noticed two little girls in the middle of the road.
So I immediately pulled over there, and I ran out of the car, and one of them was already to the middle of the road, and I grabbed that one first, and then the second one I just picked up. She was ready, and I got him off the road. Took like maybe 6 seconds.
It had to be the most terrifying 6 seconds of his life.
My adrenaline spiked. I had a migraine when I finally got home. I was drained completely for the rest of the day.
This exclusive dash cam video is from his vehicle's front and rear cameras.
You can see in the dash cam, she put her little arms up, and I was like, oh my God, how adorable.
He then went looking for their parents, found this Airbnb, knocked on the door, but no one answered.
So I went all around that house, and no one seemed to hear me yelling, like that I was calling for someone to see if anybody knew, because the girls weren't telling me anything. They were about maybe 2 years old or younger, and all they could do was point to things and say, ah.
Finally, he looked in the back gate, which he says was open. He adds that's how the children got out, and their parents were clueless to the fact they were gone.
An elderly couple and a young girl, and I, immediately they went into like, oh my God, we're so sorry. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm just glad I could get them back to you. And they were out in the road, and your gate was open.
John did not call police.
My main concern was to reunite them, and by that time I was, glad that they were with their parents.
Bottom line, John says, you have got to watch your children. He and his wife have 5. They're grown now, and they have grandkids. WESH 2 contacted Cocoa Beach Police and the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. Cocoa Beach says it's not their jurisdiction, and the Sheriff's Office says no one has made any reports or called this in. Back to you, Michelle.
Oh, wow. So no one has made a report and no one called it in, but hey, Beer Belly, I think we looked at the video just now. So what the F need to be called in? See, that's why we try to tell y'all that it's good for the goose, but not the white gander. And I have a real problem with that. This story should have gotten far more coverage. So why didn't you tell us the neglectors? Why didn't you tell us what the follow-up was as to what type of faulty gate were those kids? I mean, the gate looked rusty as hell. The gate looked like it came from the backwoods of the Crump Dump. I mean, Benjamin Crump Rump, like, you know how Benjamin back there? Benjamin somewhere collecting old checks from bodies that ain't been paid for yet, because he ain't been nowhere around listening or talking or helping out for those matters. Just like I don't see where none of y'all helping out about that. But let that have been Boquita or one of my cut cartel queens, y'all would have had something to say about that. So we get to take that and just kick that under the rug just like that, heathens. God damn. So we get to just take that and just kick it under the rug just like that. But had that been one of my little black sheeps, had that been one of my bonquitas, had that be one of my me of a KKK queen, how about that? How about it happened to be that one day my daughter and I were, and I can ask her, call her and ask her too. My daughter was sitting in the car with my brownie cakes. Someone being nasty at when Dixie called the police and said that the baby was in the car by herself. For some reason, we had 1,000 officers swarm my daughter of innocent while baby in the right car seat. And my daughter of age to be in car, 17. But we have a baby running out in the middle of the road. I don't know what your roads y'all been watching, because them damn sure wasn't the Pilgrim roads. You didn't find those roads on Little House on the Prairie. Those were some roads that had some wind over here, some trees over there. Looked like it had a great beach on the other side. And that man was stopping traffic like this was like he was the giant green army man. And you're going to tell me that no police was called, no police did investigation, no police did decide to do anything right there in Brevard. I don't give a damn what county it is. Y'all telling me y'all not going to do nothing. How about I'm going to call and find out why they're not doing nothing. Here's the footage right here. I want more information as to why was those babies not protected properly. Those babies not protected properly because that gate looked older than a lot of them damn toupees they threw on back before Washington made Carver peanut butter. It makes absolutely no sense to me. Now, I plan on hearing some more footage about this, because damn for sure, if that was anybody in the opposite black community, y'all would have had the SWAT team out. Squat. Y'all would have been squatting. I mean, I told y'all, young lady, whatever they busted in these people's houses, they threw bombs in the house while they were in the bed. And you mean to tell me we can't even get any police footage on this case? This is an absolute, outright, nah, nay. No. This is what y'all did with Charlie Kirk. But we're going to do some justifying and some rectifications around here. And it's going to be some furniture moving. Because y'all going to start pointing those fingers where they need to be pointed and start giving black women of color, and especially black men of color, y'all going to start giving us our rewards and flowers to see that you guys are a bit more ill-mannered. You are a bit more titled. You are a bit more miney, is mine, I own the Christian name. I own the Christian Bible. I own it is. Y'all some bofa asses. Y'all both of you Soho. Now, y'all will throw stones at me. Now, let me see how many of these ones in here talk about the baby mama.